ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
Bangor police are trying to find a missing woman, and they're hoping you can help. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. A fire in Garland destroyed a home over the weekend, and the owner of a towing company is facing charges for allegedly towing vehicles illegally. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey, Susan. Happy Monday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. Gale warnings, as expected, have been issued, and they will last until about 5 a.m. on your Tuesday. This replaced that small crowd advisory that was in effect. This is a tiny area. Look at it right there near Portland under a small crowd advisory until 5 a.m. Tuesday as well. Active surf along the coast with the system moving through. We had some snow this morning, but as expected, it's starting to get out of here, but it's trying to backbuild a little bit as well. So we had a little bit of snow throughout the morning period, but now with this getting out of here, clouds will be the general idea of the system as all this right here tracks off towards the east. But I think we'll start seeing some clearing in the skies later on tonight with high pressure that'll move in for the north and west. Futurecast confirms that clearing later on tonight, maybe a few passing clouds for some, but a lot of sunshine as we start things off for your Tuesday. As for the wind, it'll be out of the north for now, maybe gusting up to 20 miles per hour at times along the coast. But notice it'll start to back off a bit, especially as we head towards Tuesday afternoon. Your forecast for the rest of today, mostly cloudy and breezy, highs in the upper 30s. That north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 7 degrees, partly cloudy and breezy out there again. North wind at about 20 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. Here we go. We have clouds and temperatures in the 30s and 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. Bangor police are asking for the public's help to find a woman that has been missing since she left the hospital. 28-year-old Lorna Bishop Zizmo was last seen on February 3rd when she left Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor. Her family has not heard from her in over a week. Lorna is described as 5'1", 125 pounds with green eyes and brown hair. Anyone with information is asked to contact Detective Andrea Gurkia by email at andrea.gurkia@bangor.gov or call the Bangor Police Department and leave an anonymous tip at 947-7382 extension 3. Fire investigators are looking for the cause of a number of bad fires that broke out over the last few days, including a terrible fire that destroyed an apartment building in Lisbon Falls. Fire crews had to battle the bitter cold weather when the fire broke out early Saturday morning. Several people were at home at the time, but everyone made it out safely. The temperatures were -14 at the time, and the fire crews also had to deal with multiple hose freeze-up, making it even more difficult to fight. 14 people were left displaced by the fire. Investigators are now looking for the cause, but it appears to be accidental. A fire in Garland burned a home to the ground. According to Garland Fire Chief Justin Goudreau, the fire started around 11:30 Friday night. Goudreau says the sub-zero temperatures caused the fire in the fire trucks to freeze, making it more difficult to extinguish the flames. It took firefighters around 3 hours to put out the flames. The fire has resulted in the loss of the home, leaving 4 people displaced, and several pets perished in the fire. Goudreau says the cause of the fire is still under investigation. A Bangor man was sentenced to 20 years in prison with all but 10 suspended on Friday for a stabbing that took place back in 2020. A.J. Douglas has more.
On September 16, 2020, my life changed forever. Yep, you heard it right. I somehow managed to stab my ex-wife, Chelsea. It seems like something bad needs to happen before you realize how precious and short life really can be.
Joshua McAuliffe was convicted of elevated aggravated assault and endangering the welfare of a child after stabbing his ex-wife and later grabbing one of his 2 adopted children while being held at gunpoint by officers. Despite the severity of the charges, dozens of McAuliffe's friends, church members, and adult children say he is a changed man.
Been sober since this happened for two years and 6 months now. He's been going to counseling a year ago. He sees a psychiatrist for medication. By all accounts, he is clean, sober, mentally stable.
The prosecution says the 10-year sentence is justifiable because the victim's injuries could have been fatal if not treated immediately.
I think that the judge took a great deal of time and rendered a sentence that was based on a lot of consideration. The men and women of the Bangor Police Department and the Bangor Fire Department, an ambulance, and certainly Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center did really incredible work here, worked together quickly, and likely saved a life.
Following McAuliffe's 10-year sentence, he will be required to serve 6 years of probation. The defense request for a 2-week stay prior to McAuliffe beginning his sentence was denied. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The owner of a towing company is facing charges for allegedly towing vehicles illegally. 19-year-old Bruce Lakowski Jr. of Bangor was arrested in Alton Thursday. A Bangor detective says the department received several reports of the all-towed-up company in Alton towing vehicles without parking violations or requests from property owners. The victims were forced to pay large impound fees to regain possession of their vehicles. Lakowski is charged with theft. Anyone who thinks they've been a victim of similar conduct by Lakowski is encouraged to contact Officer Nicholas Canar at the Bangor Police Department at 947-7382 or your local police department if it happened outside of Bangor. In the town of Searsmont, police are still trying to find out who the suspects are that vandalized a Waldo County Wood Bank charity truck. Our Matthew Duronsik has the story.
At the end of January, Waldo County Woodshed President Bob McGregor went to take care of one of his wood trucks and found a shocking surprise.
I came out one Saturday morning and found that the fuel line had been cut between the gas cap and the fuel tank. As I was under the truck, I realized that it wasn't just fuel line, but somebody had drilled a hole in the gas tank and drained all the gas out of it.
McGregor says the thieves stole half a tank of gas and 2 5-gallon gas cans filled with gas. The Maine State Police are investigating this crime and are looking to speak to the owners of this blue pickup truck, which may have information about the incident.
It made me feel a little bit discouraged and a little bit angry, and just, we're here trying to help people, and then somebody comes along and vandalizes our equipment and steals from us. It's just kind of kick in the teeth kind of thing.
McGregor says the truck was intended to be sold and the money from the sale would be put into the wood bank to buy more logs and anything else needed. As the investigation into this incident continues, McGregor has a message for the vandals.
We're here just trying to help people make it through the winter and stay warm, and to come out here and find our equipment vandalized, it's senseless. It makes no sense to me.
In Searsmont, Matthew Duronsik reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, despite the cold, people got on snowmobiles to help raise funds for the Pine Tree Camp on Saturday. We'll tell you all about it when we return.